Hey, and welcome to another installment of Granted Educations Maths in the Mud. So, this is a game that I like to play as a warm up for my maths kids. They love it. It's something fun. They get to move around. It lets that blood flow to their brains, increases having the fun. And when kids are having fun and they're moving around, and that blood is flowing, it actually decreases the barriers that they tend to put up when they don't like a subject in particular. And this also, because they're having fun, they start to associate fun with a subject that they may or may not actually initially like. So it's super handy in building those connections to get the kids to be involved and have a go at doing your subject. This was done in particular for maths because I'm a maths and science teacher, but it could easily be done for any other subject because it's pretty simple. So it's each person for themselves, and the aim, of course, is not to get tagged. So before you start the game, I find it's super handy. Otherwise, you are going to be running around like a blue ass fly, which is not good for anyone. So I nominate my black belt ninja masters, and these guys are my A level students, A and high B level students, and I set them up before we start the game, and I get them to come up with some questions based on the content that we've been covering. For example, if we've been going over some area and perimeter, they could just ask some basic questions about those formulas, or give an example of a question and have the students work it out just in a basic way. So the idea of this is to review content from that you've been covering, as well as have a bit of fun and get things moving around. So the students run around in a predefined area. If you don't define that area, they're just going to go everywhere, and that's just a nightmare for you. So just do yourself a favor and make sure you tell them where the out of bounds section in your game is, and it'll save yourself a lot of heartache. So they are running around trying to avoid getting tagged, and if they do, so there's a couple of things that you can do, but the first thing that I like to do, just keep it nice and basic. This game is like stuck in the mud, but without the dodginess of someone having to crawl underneath someone else's legs to get them unstuck. So the idea is that they stay still, they put their hands on their head, and they call for a ninja to actually get them to ask a question. So the ninja comes over to them. They ask them a content-based question that they have to get correct in order to get back into the game. Now, there's a few variations on this, and I like to also uh, another one that has quite a few merits is if they get tagged, they need to go to the ninjas who are in a particular area, and the ninjas ask them a question. Now, the good thing about that is that you're more likely to have more than one person at that group of ninjas, and so when you have more than one person, the kids are getting more exposure to different questions, and they're also getting someone else who might be able to help them out with that particular answer, rather than just having that mental block and just going, I don't know because I'm stupid and I don't like this game. So they get that help out so they can jump back into the game relatively quickly. They get to run around again. The students, this is a really good problem solving activity because they get to use those strategies. How to avoid, do they stay in groups, do they hide towards the boundaries of the game, where do they go to try to stay away from being tagged. And if you can nominate your kids who are doing the chasing as those kids who have a lot of energy in your classroom, who you may have some behavior issues with, if they can get their running out now, when you get into the classroom, you're going to have less problem because they've already got out some of that silliness, and your life will be easier for it. So give it a try. It's called Maths in the Mud, or insert subject here. Good luck. And if you are looking for some more videos, check out Granted Education, and we'll see you soon.